What's up, robots? I have decided and or been kind of pushed into showcasing how to be a shoveler. So with that, let's show you how to shovel good. So base shovel is very meh, and if you were to look at it just from a perspective of a melee weapon, you'd probably think it's a pretty shit weapon. But when you take it through Oasis and you take it through Fantastic, there's some very nice perks of using it that kind of get overlooked. And these perks are the reason that we go Ranger with it. It's also good on recon and stuff like that because of the bonus mobility that you can get and the extra head bonks you can set up and extra hero cape slams and stuff. But this build is very much catered to Ranger playstyle because it's actually a crit build. Believe it or not, the shovel is a crit weapon. It is a crit beast, which shouldn't surprise anyone who's actually looked at the Fantastic shovel, because it has bonus critical hit damage of like 200%, if I remember correctly. So yeah, at base value, from just a melee point of view, it's okay weapon. It's not like top tier. It does the job. It's a very strong impact stun, which isn't a stat that the game shows you, but it does have high impact, which means it stuns really quick on most enemies. Obviously that doesn't do jack against bosses, which is why we don't really build for that. We build for rocket jumping. So unfortunately this first section is a nice old slug fest because you've got favourite weapon early and the shovel is a mediocre base melee weapon. It's not like terrible, it's, all of the kind of base melee weapons are kind of bad, so it's about as good as any of them really without affixes. But the real power will come from Oasis. Just slap our way through here, and we will also be utilising Hero Cape a lot in this build. I don't know how you guys feel about Hero Cape, but it's actually a very strong utility tool. Very good for stunning, very good for AoE. Does a good job. Okay, so now take a look there. Okay, sorry, sharp is 100%. I did think 200 was a bit high in my head. And these are fixed, so you can't really, there's no real point re-rolling it. You'll always get these, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, this beauty is already perfect. Can't cook that. So you've got auto crit, which again works with your alt fire. You've got frantic, which won't matter too much, but it gives you a little bit of nice DPS if you do have to left click. Sharp to increase your critical hit damage, which again works on alt fire. Increased head bonk damage, which is always nice if you're hero capable on top of people. Power cell cost reduction, and armor 1 in hand. Armor 1 in hand, you can never sniff at that because it's a melee weapon, so you're probably going to take damage. The rocket jump is explosive damage, so increasing the radius is a bonus. We can make javelins burn, that's fine. Increase our auto crit a bit more because it is lovely to be able to auto crit. I'll take Cucumber. I like increased damage, as long as we can keep our scratch damage null and void. So you always want to try and go high, slam down, and then you use your javelins to make up for range damage, which is another reason this is very good on Ranger. Just slap him a bit. So you can see there, crits of 290 at this stage. I don't know why I'm on, well, I do know why. I'm on Guardians 3 at the moment because I forgot to change out when I was playing with a friend. So this isn't going to be a max difficulty run, unfortunately, and I can't be asked to restart. But yeah, 300 damage weapon that attacks this fast at this point in the game can't really be sniffed at. It's a lot of damage. So the ultimate combo is Hero Cape, Explosion, Hero Cape again straight away. Because when you do a rocket jump, the game kind of assumes that you're at max height straight away, so you just kind of ground pound instantly. Sometimes it'll ground pound when you're already on the floor, sometimes it'll have to do the animation of going up and then coming back down again. I don't know if it's a timing thing or what triggers it, but it is possible. Because of our high stun, things on a 1-to-1 don't really stand much chance. They've also got Crusher on this, which Shovel is the only thing that gets Crusher, so 50% increased damage against staggered enemies. So stagger is the impact mechanic. I'm going to take Chili Pepper here because again we are crit based, so increasing critical damage is going to be beneficial. Suck a little bit while we're not critting, but we want to see big numbers, right? That's what you play Ranger for. But yeah, so Hero Cape's really good with the Crusher FX because it has a high impact rate as well. So you go down, you stun them, and then you rocket jump again, which now has increased damage because everything's stunned around the same area that you're rocket jumping from. And it's just, yeah, a really good synergy. So if you're going to do this, I would recommend having Hero Cape unlocked. It does enhance the build, which is nice to have something like that being a bonus to a build. Not getting any crits, so doing pretty low damage here. So we have reduced damage on critical hits. So another bonus is Grappling Hook also has a very high stun rate. Wait, it's not supposed to come up there. I think I'm actually going to take CD. No, we'll take Bicycle. Having javelins every now and again doing big spike damage would be quite useful. We'll take Wild Rush because it gives a bonus damage to your weapon, and the shovel counts as a weapon. Trigger that, go down, go up. Half the room's dead. There we go, and now we just need to get to the end. Fortunately, no actual explosive jumping, or actual rocket jumping for speedrunning tech, because we're using favourite weapon. You'll have to bear with me, I'll have to mute every now and again because my children are nice and loud. We'll take a helicopter for fun. So now when we charge down and head bonk on things which has increased damage, it will trigger an additional rocket jump, so then we can use our own rocket jump from the shovel. Oh, I didn't kill that. That's surprising. So you can see with the shovel build you interact with the game very differently. It involves a lot of good positioning and picking off large groups of enemies with ground pounds and rocket jumps, which feels really nice and rewarding to have just that different playstyle option available. Let's see if we can get a attack on this guy. Oh, no, we got back as well. Double shovel it there. Double shovel it, double javelin it. This javelin still does very high damage in this build. There's a huge spike from that rocket. Oh, that's done. So you can see it's not even that slow at boss killing. We don't really care about either of those. I'll grab this for the unlock. And here we go. More fire rate and movement speed from head bunking, rubber ducky. There's so many items which synergize with it as well. It's lovely. Unfortunately we didn't pick up the cryo damage explosion earlier because we didn't have water bottle, but now we can grab water bottle, so that will increase. Oh, that would just slow things when we drop down with hero cape now, which we're doing a lot. We can't use little wheel because we've got one weapon. Lemon would be okay, but we don't really need it. Oops, if you hit your boosted javelin shots, this guy. It would be nice if that first hit was a crit, but oh well. Passive is low at the moment, which is unfortunate, so we're doing this damage. So even though our crit damage is lower than normal, we're still able to hit quite handily over 100 damage without crits, and then when you do get crits it's nice and high. We don't have the crit perk yet that we really want, so we're not flying just yet, but we're getting there. javelin is actually carrying us a little bit at the moment because we don't have the big auto crit perk. And of course we've got wild javelin as well, so you do want to be regularly throwing your javelin at enemies. Don't really want to decrease our radius just for 20% more damage. It means you have to be more precise with your ground pounds and you lose wave clear. So I'd rather not risk it. Because bosses aren't the thing that's going to be, like, you only take something that reduces your AoE size if bossing is your primary target. But the weakness to this build isn't bossing. As much as it might seem weird, because most people consider bosses something that you can't really melee, it's absolutely fine meleeing most bosses for the most part. You know, we'll take strawberries for when we're managing to get crit chains. We'll go hard. High, pop down, accidentally pop up again before popping down because I've got confused with my buttons. And unfortunately I took damage, so my crit damage is low. Not gonna lie, helicopter might have been the wrong choice, but it's kind of fun. Don't know if you saw that there, but the rocket jump did 1000 damage just then. So you can see it's not like the safest of builds, but it hits like a truck, and the main focus of it is around the rocket jumping. You don't ever really build it for... I'm actually going to take a taunt mushroom here. 20% chance for a bigger radius, 15% for a smaller, so sometimes we're going to be less efficient, but sometimes we're going to be hitting more targets, so it'll be pretty cool. We're going to take Candle because that increases our damage to explosions. I'm actually going to choose to take Kazoo over Rake because Kazoo will actually throw a fire wave out still. But yeah, as I was saying, so when you're building a shovel, you want to think of it as a rocket jump weapon and everything enhancing rocket jump, and the shovel is just additional. Like, the cooldown is a little bit of a pain to play around, but it still just works so well. We're going to take point blank here because we're almost always up close, and our weapon damage will go up by 40%, which is huge for rocket jumping. It's not one of my preferred perks, as anyone who watched me 1.0 would know. 1.0? Not 1.0. Patch 12. But because we're using a melee weapon, you don't have to really play around it because you're in that range anyway. I think we hit over 1,000 damage then with that rocket jump as well. So you can see it's just a very good, obviously javelin helps a lot, which is again why you do it on this build. But it enhances hero cape and explosive AoE rocket jumping so well. 100% extra crit damage on an FX that will affect other things is just kind of too big to ignore. There's no other item in the game that I can think of that enhances your abilities for you like that, just holding it. I don't normally take Wild Rush. It is a good perk for it. Wild Rush doesn't really come up for me when I'm doing this, which is why I keep kind of forgetting to do javelin combos. There we go. All of those dead in one rocket jump. It took me a little bit longer than it should have to set that up, which is a bit annoying because normally it would be quicker than having a gun doing something like that, but I just for some reason couldn't position myself very well. But when you can position yourself well and you're playing with this build properly, it's actually a lot more efficient. Oh, that's done. Couple of those down. Didn't get a crit unfortunately, so it dealt hardly any damage. Next to Chili Pepper. Sandal will never be useful, so we're going to take Piece of Cake just in case we manage to proc it with Hero Cape. Get bowl over coffee mug because marking is 50% increased damage. Yeah, so as fun as it is and as much damage as it might be increasing it by, to be honest, the copter pickup is making it a lot harder to be precise with where I want to land and then rocket jump, because like I'm just hitting heads all the time and just shooting straight up to the ceiling. I'll grab this, it's fine for the build, but mostly because it's an unlock for my museum. It's important to try and get Wild Rush up for the crit chance every chance you get. I keep forgetting. It's funny because my javelin's hitting so hard with this build as well at the moment, despite the fact it's a gun build. Boom. So I one hit some of the big bots there that I crit, and all of the small bots. Those, miss all my javelins. Miss those. Finish off anything that I missed with the ground pound. Rinse and repeat. Try and get into the centre of a bunch of enemies. One hit the elite. And that is without Wild Rush bonus up. One hit everything. So yeah, as you can see, the damage on this is humongous. I wouldn't be surprised if we managed to make it to 4k crits. I've made it to 7k crits with this build before. so I wouldn't be surprised if I can go higher than that, but I wouldn't expect to go that high off the bat. No idea how high that was, but that was a big chunk of health we saw go there. There we go. Okay, we'll may as well grab Nosebreaker. Sorry, catching up on some chatter. We'll take French fries because we're a crit build. If we're able to trigger French fries and get stealth back up, it's always beneficial. Probably would have been better if I looked at my store first and picked up Boombox. But also we've got Poppy here, and Poppy's actually as important as Boombox. Banana's not that important, it'd be good for bossing. We'll just focus on leveling this weapon up. So I'm quite happy with that. We've got a Poppy pickup, which is pretty huge. French fries is pretty good. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Mark it. Slam down. Oh, didn't get it correct. Damn it. But yeah, as you can see from the build as well, his jabbing damage is huge. So it's not the only. You don't end up making the shovel your only tool. It just. The build actually works as a whole rather than just trying to build off one individual bit. Unlock some more weapons. Takedowns have a chance to mark, we don't really care about those. Elite. Goodbye. Thing's just kind of dead and I don't know why. Well, we're gonna mark him, throw that down. Don't know if we crit that or not. I think we did. Okay, crits on the shovel just normally. Clear out that room normally, and we've finally got Supreme Critical. So now we can go even harder with crit damage, if I can keep my passive up. Crit again, that's unfortunate. Even without the crit, that's hitting for 700 damage, which was not to be snuffed at. Taking damage, so our passive just isn't ticking up, unfortunately, because I'm playing quite badly. Again, this is unfortunately not the hardest difficulty because I loaded up the wrong difficulty, but hopefully it's still showcasing just how strong this can be. if you guys really want to see it at a harder difficulty, the same build, I'm more than happy to do it because it's a fun build to do. We'll take head bonk, cure scratch, because then that will re-trigger our Q combo instantly. And we're doing a lot of head bonking. Increase maximum first shot. We don't have a shot. Reload speed, useless. So we'll just take the cells for upgrading later. One more room to clear. Go and upgrade. We want the extra crit chance. If we can auto crit, there we go. So we're now sitting on about 60% auto crit once we proc this. 2k crits from Javelin. Can't trigger hot dog, unfortunately. Wait, no, we can. We've got burn jabs, increase explosion radius and rocket jump power by 25%, so we go higher. Yeah, we've got that. It's just a bit of funsy. So this down, we've got everything down. How used are that? Did it really fail my explosion that hard? Or did atomic mushroom trigger? Go away. I saw a 2k crit there with the rocket jump. Like, it's rare that you'll ever get huge AoE that's critting for 2k. Like, you would struggle to get a rocket launcher to do that kind of damage. 3k crit. Yeah, we're definitely getting there. To reach higher points in Goliaths and bosses, if you swap out like favourite weapon for a marking javelin or something like that, you can get even higher damages. We'll take black powder for more AoE damage and more explosive damage. We'll take atomic radish for more rocket jumping. We're going to be completely out of control for most of our fights, but we're going to be doing big AoE damage. Nothing is in the same area here at all. And yeah, as I keep saying, and our javelins aren't even a slouch for damage either. You see it there, we're critting for 2k damage. just a very solid all-round build. Now we'll take Jigsaw. We can't reload, and you can't re-roll this weapon. So that's just a flat 10% damage increase. So a crit chance. Too much damage. Almost 3k. So we're not critting for quite the 7ks that I've done previously with this build, but it's still smacking hard. Yeah, and like, it's killing bosses that quick, which is just kind of mental. It's far more awkward than just shooting things, for sure. As I said again already, it's just enabling a different kind of playstyle. Yeah, we'll take a jet fighter. 3 bonus damage on attack, so now we're throwing fire waves, shooting rockets, stunning, not stunning, sorry, marking. It's a very nice trinity of effects. Okay, the height that sent me then was a little bit ridiculous, not gonna lie. This is 3k crit. Obviously we'll see what the highest number we've hit at the end of the run is, because there's a chance we'll have missed a decent one. Last upgrade. Doesn't really matter what we take here, so I guess we'll take stealth cooldown. Take that out quick. Take him out almost as quick. Down. And down again. Finish him off. And just like that, 2 Goliath dead. Oh, I thought I had my cooldown. That will be a lot of elites and stuff dead there. Get my Wild Rush back up. It is very difficult to control where I'm meant to be at times. But using grappling hook and Kate we're able to kind of mitigate when we're in the air for too long or anything like that. Has taken us almost 30 minutes to do a Guardian 3 run, which is kind of funny, but it is what it is. We want head bonk damage, even though we can't head bonk this boss. We want head bonk damage. We may as well take Whistle so we're attacking faster, because all the fire rate stuff on Shovel makes it attack stupidly quick, and it's hilarious. So the first part of this fight probably won't go too quick, and the second part should go fairly quick. So first of all we're going to want to grapple onto it and just start going ahead. floor to charge our jetpack back up. Not getting any height with... That's strange, my payday didn't work, so let's try that again. Probably did some big hits there, but was not really able to tell because you're always up in his face and you can't see the numbers. So you can see his health being chunked. You can see how quickly we're attacking. Again, we're going to throw out mark, hit, and then just start trying to bounce from his head. And yeah, that was a very, very quick round 2 kill on that boss. So let's see what damage numbers we reached. 4.9k. So again, it's not the highest that I've managed to reach on shovels in the past, but 5k crits, not to be sniffed at. That's AoE damage as well. We did 1 million damage overall because our damage was always that just so high. I didn't cycle the damage the best a lot of the time. I wasn't keeping up the wild rush as much as I should have been. But yeah, fun build. Don't let people tell you that shovel's bad. It is meta, it is strong. It's here to stay. Right, cheers guys, peace out.